And Spider-Man often helped out with the Shield agents.
It would be really cool to see them. And if I don't see Leopold Fitz, Kevin Feige is getting a very worded something.
I want to see the entire cast.
I know, but I started thinking about it because
want to see Grant
I saw
Ward.
that they were doing that. They wanted. I saw some. I don't know if it was speculation or rumors about Chloe. Well, Daisy Johnson, Chloe Bennett's character, Quake in the comics, and she is going to be in Agents of S.W.O.R.D. because of Nick Fury. And basically how the last episode ended for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And so I was just thinking that I don't know if that's going to be a thing anymore, because if they're filming that pretty soon, she's filming Powerpuff Girls. So I kind of got a little like, I'd rather see Daisy Johnson than Blossom, but sorry. That's just my humble opinion.
Yeah. Well, respectively, she's been with that character for 7 years, and it wasn't like a movie. It wasn't like making movies. It was a legit television series, and she was doing 22 episodes.
That's true.
Yeah, so.
And they're still like, they still worked really hard. They, you know what I mean? The show was on for 7 years, so
yeah,
they did up until season 5. They had 22, 23 episodes per season. So
yeah.
So like she could be tired, and she could be like done being Daisy Johnson, which is understandable. But I mean, I still love her character, and she's so powerful. And I'm so shocked that she's just not in any of the movies.
I know.
Like, and let's just say, and also she could be. They could throw her in Ms. Marvel, and it would still make sense because Ms. Marvel is an Inhuman, and so is Daisy. Is she an Inhuman? Was she an Inhuman in the comics?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
I don't remember that either. You know, I know they're filming Ms. Marvel now, and I know that she's supposed to be in Captain Marvel 2. So Captain Marvel 2 is already something.
Her powers were activated. Yeah. Possesses a latent inhuman lineage activated by the Terrigen bomb, and that is by Marvel fandom. The Marvel database.
There's no page set up yet for Captain Marvel 2.
There was something else. Oh, we did get to see Eli again. Got a little bit more FaceTime this time. And then there's one last thing I want to get into, but before, or two really, I want to get into. Before that, I just want to go back to Isaiah for a moment. In his story, he tells you that he went and rescued his soldiers and was condemned for it. And then what happened in the first Avenger?
Same thing Steve did.
And Steve got a promotion. What is that called, people? What is that called?
Racism, racism, racism. Any Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans? That's the reason I did that.
So even right at the top of the episode, it was like Civil War kind of got flipped on its head a little bit, because the end battle in Civil War was 2 against 1, trying to disarm Iron Man so that he wouldn't be a threat, basically. Now in this one, they're trying to disarm the man that the U.S. has decided to call, or U.S. agent, that the U.S. has decided to call Captain America. So I like that it was flipped on its head, the fight sequence from Civil War, and then now the beginning of the episode in truth. So to round this up, well, okay, one more thing, and then I'm gonna round it up. At the GRC, I thought it was interesting and very telling that the one gentleman who spoke out about the 20 million refugees, and they were, in the room kind of debating about how they should go about moving them and sending them back to their homes. And the one gentleman jumps up and says, "I've got troops. All we have to do is just, we can get them out of there." And, somebody comes to the defense to say that we can't just round people up.
But my issue
It's
is
also what's happening today.
So my whole thing is what's the issue? Like why do they need people to go back to where they came from? Like, what is the issue?
You know what? I'm honestly not sure, and I think that comes down to people not wanting outsiders in their homelands, in their countries. And I think to that degree is where I would say I agree with Carly, because during the snap, there was a borderless nation. People were just happy to help and work with other people.
That's true. But that's, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the GRC is not too great to me, because their reasoning doesn't really make any sense. They want people to go back to where they came from.
And that's probably because they're getting a lot of pushback from small governments saying that there's there's different people here now, and that would be sort of I'm not ready to change the way I do things because I have a new group of 5 million people who do things differently.
But I mean, they can't expect, my whole thing is why they're expecting people to be okay with the way the world was if people legit vanish in thin air because some alien titan had a gauntlet with magical gemstones and made people disappear. So why would they expect things to be the way they were?
Yeah.
Like, the world was already
yeah.
So the fact that even if something like that would still happen, it's just shocking. Like, they have no power. They actually have no power. And I think that's what Thanos and I think that's something that needs to probably be addressed. Like, Thanos was, like I said, an alien titan who came and took away half the population. So and
it's traumatic. I think it would be traumatic for those people who found a new home to have to go back to where they were before. If they weren't living in great conditions with the people they were surrounded by in the first place, and B, having to live with that constant memory of the day that they disappeared and they were gone for 5 years. Like, that's a trauma.
Yeah. And also, real quick, do you remember at the very beginning of Endgame, where they cut to Steve's depression class?
Mm-hmm.
And they show was that New York?
Yeah.
So remember all the cars in the street, and it looked all drab. Who cleaned that up? Did they clean all that up in 6 months? Because how long did it take them to clean up after 9/11? 2 years.
I mean, if people just disappeared.
Yeah, but that's cars, that's buildings, that's electronics, stores. Oh my God, child. Why are you so sad? Oh my God.
So let's just assume that because they have the GRC, they probably had a post-snap like recovery team or something. They were probably going out and trying to clean up as much as they could.
Okay, did you cover everything you wanted to talk about in your video?
The last thing I want to talk about is what the hell is Sharon up to?
For real. Like, I have no idea if she's good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
so it seems like she's trying to set up Carly by using Batroc, but even still, who's winning? Because if she's the power broker, yeah, like, so if she's the power broker, which means she had already hired Batroc at the beginning of the film.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry, the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
So now they will believe she got snapped again. So if she snapped away at the end of Infinity War, and she's been MIA for, I guess, 6 months, and she's been pretty much built herself up kind of like this weird shady empire in Madripoor, what is she actually doing? Like, why does she need a shady empire in Madripoor?
I don't know.
So maybe.
I don't know. Because even what we were saying earlier, it seemed like she was trying to set up Sam, but like, why would she be so angry with Sam that she would feel the need to like possibly get him killed?
Maybe she's trying to, yeah, or maybe there's some weird, like I said, some weird plot twist that we don't know yet, and she's trying to get Batroc and Sam in the same room together to possibly get them to talk, or she'll show up later and kind of probably try to fix something. Maybe she'll show up and just shoot one of them.
Well, this is an episode I definitely need to watch again.
I've watched it now twice, so
okay.
Alex is home now, so we're probably he needs to see it.
Word. All right, so I guess that's it for this round. Anything else that you want to add?
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha.
Was there anything else you wanted to add?
I will say that I like the fact that they kind of did a nod to the first Iron Man by having John Walker hammer a new shield at the end, but I'm still mad that it's John Walker hammering a new shield at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, don't disrespect.
You know what's funny is that my first thought was obviously Iron Man, but then my second thought was Whiplash from the beginning of episode 2 where he was making, or episode 2, Iron Man 2, when he was making his own whips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like like in Iron Man, you have the good guy making his weapon, and then the second movie, you have the bad guy making his weapon. So it made me think of both. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think that's it. Probably this will give me a reason to now rewatch season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Why?
Because of that one. I don't know.
Every time I start season 4, I'm always, let me just fast forward to the end, because I really hate those episodes. Like,
which?
When they're in the framework.
Oh, you hate that?
I hate it because it's so sad.
It is really sad.
And I can't stand watching Evil Fitz. I love him though. I love the confidence that they gave him. But I can't stand watching how like horrible he is to everyone. I can't stand it. It makes me so sad. I still like one of the best seasons they had. But it is lay sad. Any other thoughts? Oh, you said you're gonna rewatch that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch this episode again and see what else I find.
You are correct, ma'am.
Talk about it next time.
All right.
Well, thank you. It's been real, and we'll catch you guys next time.